Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name's Todd Prafke. I'm the city administrator here in St. Peter. Today is February 2nd, and it sounds like there's going to be a big cool down, well, at least in the next couple of days. Not today, but in the next couple of days. So, geez, ufda. Well, that's the end of my Minnesota greeting. Let's cut to the chase here. I got to mention one other thing. I've had a few people mention to me that when I hold up my fancy graphics to the camera that they can't hear me so well. So I have gone crazy and spent about $19 on a new microphone, and it makes me feel like a podcaster. So it's kind of fun. So anyway, thanks for being with me. A couple of goals for today. First of all, to talk about the workshop from just last night on the 1st, and then a few tidbits that I hope will be helpful as you live, work, or play here in St. Peter. So, well, again, let's cut to the chase. First of all, we had a legislative update from Senator Nick Frentz. You can see it on the agenda. Now, every year we invite the local legislators to come by, typically towards the beginning of the legislative session, and that gives them a chance to talk about some of the things they see happening. It also gives the mayor and the council a chance to talk about some of the things that the city of St. Peter, our community, is concerned about. And so this was a great opportunity to do that. Senator Frentz was with us for, I don't want to say an hour, but certainly a little bit more than 45 minutes. And we talked about local government aid. We talked about, I'm going to come back to that. We talked about fire station and sales tax, local option sales tax related to that. Talked about stormwater and challenges that we face in the River Valley and cooperative efforts with county and other folks. And I talked last time about the partnership with the Soil and Water Conservation District. Council members wanted to talk about broadband. They wanted to talk about nursing home pay. And certainly everybody, you can't have a discussion at the state or local government level without at least some discussion about COVID and its impact on communities. So thanks to Senator Frentz. And Representative Ackland will be coming, I can't remember exactly, but a few weeks out here, she's scheduled to be here. And so we do this just about every year, and it's worthwhile to get to know each other and talk about some of the issues that we face and some of the partnerships that we can develop that can help the community overall. We also talked about Green Step program, and so Alicia Johnson, who is a senior up at Gustavus, was an intern for us for a few weeks here during J term. I got to show you this. We got this. This is kind of cool. Green Step, City of St. Peter, it says on there, City of St. Peter. It's kind of cool. Kind of a cool little thing that they send you for being a Green Step community. So if you don't know about Green Steps, you can certainly Google it with Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. And we have done a lot of stuff. I think we're going to be a step 3. I think we're a step 3. We might just not have hit it by June of 2020, but I think we're step 3. And so this is a tool that cities use and frankly compete a little bit in about sustainability and being environmentally friendly and thinking about planning for the future and climate change and those kind of things. And so the council has adopted this, and we continue to move forward. And Alicia was with us a couple of weeks to really work on analyzing where we can continue to make improvements. And she worked on 2 specific issues within the Green Step program. And so her job then is to document that information, enter it into Green Steps so that we can get to the next level. So it was great to have Alicia with us for a couple of weeks, and excited for her and her future, and just a nice person, and certainly very, very, very organized. So that was cool, and I think some of the organization that she did will help future students, interns, others who work on this program. So again, very cool. And well, Alicia, thanks. And if you want to know more about Green Steps, you can go on that website and see exactly what St. Peter's done and where we're at in the program. So kind of a cool thing for you to maybe participate in if you want. We also talked about 3 new seasonal positions, and so these are more specific positions than what we kind of typically have had in the summer. And so a parks ranger is one of those, a tree assistant or tree worker is one of those, and then kind of a person that specializes in gardening. And this is really our effort going forward to expand on what happened in the summer of 2020, where we saw some wonderful results in our parks and with trees, and the downtown medians really took off in the summer of 2020. And so we're going to continue to try and expand that and make that even better for our community and for all of you that enjoy the downtown and all of our parks and all of our other facilities. The council also talked about beekeeping. What can I say about this one? The council is abuzz. Ba-doom, boom. Anyway, they've been talking about this for a while. And so one of the challenges is to develop, if they wish to move forward, an ordinance that meets the criteria and the thoughts that they have about balancing the rights of individual property owners versus the rights of all the neighbors and the community as a whole. I don't think anyone disputes that. Pollinators and bees are a great thing. I think part of the question is again, really what rights do individual property owners have that could impact the rights of others, and finding that balance and the right type of permitting or regulation if that's needed, and how does that all fit together. So they're thinking really hard about this and have worked quite a while on this. So we'll see what happens. They talked about, I think, 18 different items related to bees and the bee ordinance. And so my job is to do a little bit of work, a little bit of work related to that, and then bring that back to them for a further review. And so that's what we'll do. Don't expect that to hit the next council meeting or maybe even the next workshop. It might take a cycle or two for me to get that work done. But we're on it, and we'll try and help the council come to a conclusion for the community. Okay, that's kind of it for the workshop. I want to talk about a few tidbits for sure. Watch for future council meetings. If you were planning on coming to a future council meeting in person, we're going to likely change our location for the next few Monday nights, and there's a Tuesday in there because of President's Day. We're going to go back up to the governor's room. We've been in the senior center at the community center for a little bit, but we're going to go back up to the governor's room, and that's really driven by cooperating with Nicollet County Public Health, and on some of those dates they have scheduled vaccinations, COVID vaccinations, and so we want to give them space and room and give them ample time to clean up and do all that stuff. So we'll move back to the governor's room. It'll be a little bit of an experiment for us related to the technology application in the virtual meetings. So that'll be good for us too. So watch for that if you're paying attention. If you attend virtually, which frankly, I don't know why you'd come in person if you can sit at home in your pajamas and see the meeting. That is not going to change. And so on the bottom of our agendas, you can see the go-to meeting address. So watch for that. That's not really going to change. We'll still be doing that as well. So watch for that. And again, you can go online on our website and find out all this information anytime you want. I also have to mention River's Edge Hospital. Here we go. River's Edge, St. Peter. You know, that's your hospital. The city owns, our community owns that hospital. And so we've been in the hunt for a new CEO for a little bit. And so next week, we have interviews with 4 candidates. So we're excited to see those people that are interested in coming and being part of our community and leading that hospital, which is such an important thread in the fabric of our community. So watch for information on that. That's something that the hospital commission and the council do together. And ultimately, both the commission and the council have to approve a hire. And so that it could happen next week. We'll see. But certainly interviews are next week. So that'll be exciting for everyone to participate in. I want to mention Solar Choice. If you haven't heard about this, I don't know where you've been, but Solar Choice is a big issue for us and allows people like you and me to buy a little piece of sunshine and have that be part of our electric bill, where the energy that's coming to our community is provided through solar energy. We have more and more of this going on, so if you want to be a part of that, please give us a call. Let us know. We'll be happy to help you out, help you figure that out more and more and more. And I do have to mention this one because I don't think a lot of people know this, but the city of St. Peter, through SIMPA, who's our electric provider, along with 17 other communities, are unbelievably committed to green power. And so we are well on the way to changing the trend line and making renewable energy the primary energy source for all of us within our community. So if you want more information on that, let me know. Maybe that'll be something that I talk about in a future in a future State of the City. So watch for that one. I also have to mention that you should have gotten this. This should be available to you. It's the new calendar for 2021 about which days are recycling days and which days are garbage days. Watch for that. But on the back side of it, we've been talking about clean recycling and really working hard for clean recycling. Because what happens if we have dirty recycling, things that are not recyclable that get in the recycling stream, that can mean that a whole semi-load full of recycling gets hauled to the landfill and not recycled. So we all got to do our part. I've talked about our struggles at the Prafke House with bags and a few other things, but this has a great listing of acceptable items within our recycling stream, and some of those things that some people think are acceptable but really aren't within our recycling stream. Now, as individual items, they may be allowed other places depending on who they work with or where their material goes. But for us, this is the list. This is also available on our website, so watch for that. Or you can give us a call, or you can give our hauler a call, LJP, at 625-1968. Anyway, I got to run. I'm a little bit over 10 minutes. I try and keep them a little bit under, but if you want to contact us, here's a great way for you to contact us, right? You can email us, check out our website. There we are on Facebook. You can call my office, leave a message for me if you want. Here's our Twitter handle. My gosh, we have a Twitter handle and our YouTube channel, which shows this and council meetings and school board meetings and county commissioner meetings and a bunch of other stuff. So that's it for today. Thanks for clicking on State of the City.